How are you going to make that happen? How is it actually going to work out? Well, what do you define success as? I see how people respond, communicate, interact with your followers. Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is KATARINA, SAKOSCHEK, and I apologize in advance if the light is changing a lot. It's because the cloud keeps going over the sun, and I can't control nature, so here we are. But today we're going to be talking about becoming an entrepreneur. So you've decided to embark on an entrepreneurial journey. You want to make your craft, or you want to actually start thinking more like an entrepreneur. You want to start a business. You want to create a business around what you do and who you are, right? What you make. So you've already done that. You've decided, but now you're a bit scared because you realize the distance between where you are and where you want to be, right? And you realize it's going to take a lot of dedication and work, and you just feel a bit maybe unsure about what to do or where to go. But I'm going to give you a few tips, things that have helped me when I decided to also go full on and all in into my creative passion. So just a few months ago I was working at a job I really hated, to be honest, and it just wasn't me. It went against my values. All I wanted was to feel a sense of freedom. I had all these ideas constantly coming to me. As much as I was so drained and exhausted, I still had this fire, I still had this energy in me, and I had ideas coming to me all the time. And I really wanted to give myself a proper chance at taking myself seriously and actually making a career for myself from what I do, from my craft, right? So I had all these things in the back of my mind, and I was thinking, so I thought, let me just kind of go through this, let me just force myself to continue in this job. When a few things happened, a few pivotal moments where I just decided this was not for me and I didn't want to do this anymore, and that's when I kind of changed, and I decided to quit my job. I mean, a whole lot of things happened in between, and then Corona happened and everything. So I came back to South Africa, and I decided to actually give, after a few months of really thinking about it and kind of planning around it, I actually decided to give myself a real shot. And so that's when I decided to go full on and to give myself, as I said, a fair chance and really follow my intuition and listen to the omens that were around me. And I just want to give you a few things, because as much as we are all creatives, we think very similarly, right? We sometimes have our head in the clouds. We still sometimes need to keep our feet on the ground too. When you're like busy trying to make a business out of your art, you also need to have certain things in place, right? So that's what I'm going to help you with today. That's what we're going to talk about. So first of all, you need to define what success means to you. What does success really mean to you? Does it mean earning a certain amount and having free time to do other things, go on vacations and things? And are you pretty happy with that kind of lifestyle? Or do you want like a grandiose lifestyle? Do you have huge goals? And there's no wrong answer. Like I always think rather have much bigger goals, because they'll be motivating. But first, get very, very clear on what success means to you in your field. Turning your skills into your career. What does that mean? What does success in what you do mean to you? How are you going to make that happen? How is it actually going to work out? Well, what do you define success as? What does it really mean to you, and not what you think it should mean? Okay, what does it really mean to you to be successful? So get very clear on that first, right? That way you have a target and you know where to go. Number two, you need to get very clear on who your target audience is. What does this mean? So let's say you make horse paintings like me, right? You're not going to go and look for people who like any kind of art, or who just looking for very cheap kind of commercial art. You're going to look for people who love horses, first of all, and who love art, and maybe who want their horses painted. Or you're going to look for people who love that very thing that you do. So you're going to go find out where they hang out. So so I actually have a system for this, for actually finding your ideal client, your ideal customer. There will always be someone who loves what you do, right? So it's just about finding where those people are, okay? So number three, obviously I think you need to budget, and you need to plan the costs involved, how much it's going to take. Maybe you need to find someone who can sponsor you, have a joint income, find a grant, find an artist sponsorship, get a part-time job, live off savings. I mean, there are ways to do it. I really am all for going all in and dedicating yourself to something, because when you commit and when you take massive action, I think that's the way to success, right? Is to actually commit and to take massive action on what you want to do. Then also, you need to price your work for profit, right? To make a certain amount of profit, and you need to see what your profit margins are going to be. But don't undersell yourself, because that subconsciously decreases the value in your customers' eyes. And obviously don't oversell, because then, you know, some people, but also I think it's important to sell high, to really like put a lot of value in what you do, and keep it very high quality. I had a friend at art school, and his artworks were always of such high quality and so, you know, carefully done, and there were no dents, the canvases were straight, and even in his exhibition he presented everything very cleanly, and that's what made his work stand out. Paying attention to quality, also quantity. Produce a lot of, like, a large volume of work and see what resonates with you, what your customers like. Post it, you know, post consistently. That's also very important. Getting your stuff out there, posting on social media. Even if you don't like what it looks like, just post it anyway. See how people respond. Communicate, interact with your followers, right? Ask them what they like, what they don't like, etc. And then I think what's also important is number 5, so the last tip, is to track your progress, right? So to see what's working, what's not working, and also have a step-by-step guide that works with you, with your schedule, with your personality. Have a step-by-step like business plan and structure, and what is your goal, like what are your goals, what is your vision for your business, who are you helping, and just be very, very precise. Once you get very precise on what it is you do and who you're serving, who you're helping, then it's much easier to take it from there, right? Don't be too vague. Don't think like, oh, everyone will like it. No, find your ideal client, because everyone's ideal client will be completely different, right? So if you're if you paint dogs, like, find dog lovers, find out where they hang out, find out if they also love art. That's like, you know, that's mixing 2 niches together. So you need to just be consistent and find these people. So I hope
these tips helped you and
kind of gave you some motivation, but also some structure as to how to kind of take yourself more seriously and to start being the entrepreneur, I love that term, that you want to be. I'll see you on the next one, guys. Bye.